Alright, welcome to the Markiplier iceberg. Now, I'm making this as like kind of a conclusion because I've posted a lot of like dumb Markiplier 1 hour videos in the past, and then YouTube really seems to like when I make these videos, and a lot of you guys on YouTube seem to like it too. So, I said screw it, might as well make a whole iceberg video on this guy, huh? Might as well. So let's jump right into it. Rage games. These were games that were popular like 5-8 years ago. They were super hard to beat. They're on the iceberg because Mark used to play them a lot, and he was kind of one of the reasons they got popular. That's really all for the Rage games. Iron Lung. Iron Lung is a 2022 first-person submarine simulation horror game developed and published by David Szymanski. Now, Mark played this game a lot, and he seemed to really enjoy it. On top of this, he's also going to be directing the movie adaptation of this game, and he will also be acting in it as well. So I don't think there's an official release date yet, so keep your eye out for that. Markiplier TV. This is a video that was released on May 5th of 2017, and it Mark does just a bunch of like dumb little skits. They're all pretty funny. I'd recommend watching it. I'll put in the link in the description if you want to watch it. Who Killed Markiplier? This was a interactive video series. I think it was like a YouTube exclusive or something that released back in 2017. Where you watch a bunch of different videos that would tell this story about Markiplier pretty much robbing a bank, and you pretty much should like be alongside of him. This was not the only time Mark would do an interactive video series like this, but we'll get to those right now. All of these videos, these are also interactive series that released around the same time. The iceberg didn't include this, but the most recent one in the series is In Space with Markiplier. These are all pretty cool. Hey, this is just me coming in here while I was editing the video. I don't really know what the fuck I was talking about here. It clearly says in the iceberg, In Space with Markiplier. I don't know how I missed that. I'm sorry about that. Wilford Warstash. I really wasn't watching Mark's channel around this time, so I didn't have this much information about it, but I guess he was kind of this like alter ego for Markiplier back a couple years ago. He appeared in a heist with Markiplier and Darkiplier versus Antisepticeye. Yeah, that's a sentence that I just read. Darkiplier. Alright, this one's coming straight from the Markiplier wiki. Darkiplier was an anomalous entity from the Internet Review multiverse, a cunning and sadistic manipulator who sought to possess and destroy others. So if that was too much for you to take in, he is pretty much just evil Markiplier. OnlyFans. Alright, so in like late 2022, Mark did this thing. If his podcast he did with some of his buddies got to #1 on Apple Music and Spotify, he would make an OnlyFans. I guess the people really wanted to see this because just a month later his OnlyFans was up. And he was a good guy, but he didn't pocket any of the money. He donated it all to charity. Sour Patch Kids. Alright, so I guess Mark, apparently I really wasn't watching his channel around this time, but I guess he had this whole like war with Sour Patch Kids. A couple years back, he got like pissed off at him because they wouldn't sponsor him or something like that. So Mark ended up blocking their official Sour Patch Kids account on Twitter. But then, to get the last laugh, the Sour Patch Kids sent Mark a portrait of him made out of Sour Patch Kids. No, I'm not making any of this up, it actually happened. Meow Woof Moo. These were all a set of 3 videos where Mark he pretty much just put his face over stock footage of cats, dogs, and cows. And he just says some random shit. These are all like his most viewed videos. So like one has like over 350 million views. Kind of ridiculous. Unus Annus. Now, I'll be honest, I'm really not familiar with this channel. I really didn't watch it at all when it was out. But I guess this was like this YouTube experiment thing Mark did alongside another creator called Ethan Nestor, where they upload a bunch of different videos over a course of a year from 2019 to 2020. And afterwards, they deleted the channel forever. I'm pretty sure there's like some deep meaning to this or something, but I'll be honest, man, I don't really feel like breaking this down for you. I bet you there's somebody else on this platform that already did that. Markiplier made FNAF famous. Now, I don't think this is entirely true. I mean, this series definitely would have still been popular without Mark, but you can't deny his impact on this series, man. I mean, he's not the king of FNAF for nothing. I mean, that first ever video he made on FNAF 1, I think it's sitting over 100 million views at this point, so he definitely put a lot of new eyes on this series. Fiber optic cable core. I really couldn't find much on this. I think it's just a bunch of dumb shitpost videos. Congratulations. This is a YouTube short Mark uploaded sometime like 2022. It's like this cryptic video. I think it leads to some sort of ARG if you're into that. PewDiePie.
What a fucking...
Back a couple years ago, Mark and PewDiePie used to do a handful of collaborations with each other. The one that comes to my mind is the one that him, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie did where they did Who's Most Likely To. Then in the end, I think Mark got his man boobs shocked or some shit. It was pretty funny. They don't really seem to interact with each other much anymore. Yeah, it must have just grown apart or something.
Oh. Okay, so
Darkiplier crying. Now, this is referring to a video called Markiplier Reacts to 8 Million Fans. And the reason he's crying, well, I guess I'll just leave it up to him to explain because it's a very wholesome answer.
Of me crying all the time?
What were you crying about in the actual...
What I was crying about is like someone made a compilation of fan reactions thanking me for making content. The reason it was so sad is because I had this realization when I was watching that I would never be able to have a personal connection.
Because you were too big?
I got too successful. That is something that people don't realize how much it affected me because not a lot of people have that same connection with the audience they have. I literally grew up as a human being with these people, and to know that I would never be able to have the kind of connection I had when I started, that was devastating to me.
Old channel, just like many other YouTubers, Mark has an older channel. I'm pretty sure it's still up if you go look for it. Fan cams, these are just like short little edits on Mark. Some of them kind of cool, I guess. Kid rubs face on Markiplier. Now this is a classic video, you've probably seen it before. Just this kid comes up to Mark and he gets right up into his grill and just starts rubbing his face on his shirt. It's pretty cringe to watch. I do think the kid was related to Mark, though. I think it was his nephew or something, so it makes it a little less weird. Heart attack. This is kind of a serious one. I mean, it was around 8 years ago. Mark, he did have a really bad heart attack. He was in the hospital for quite a few days. But thankfully he was able to have a full recovery, and he's still Markiplier. He's still making videos to this day, living his best life. Love to see it. Hospital/gore in a video. Now the reason I skipped over hospital in the last two, if you noticed, it's because this one and gore, they're kind of the same thing. They mean the same thing. I don't know why they're separate tiers. But around 8 years ago, Mark played this game called Hospital, and in the game there was an actual image of gore in it. Now Mark did not know about this beforehand, obviously, and I'm pretty sure he did end up deleting the video. You can probably still find it, re-uploads, if you really have nothing better to do. But that's it for this iceberg, man. I hope you enjoyed it. You probably didn't enjoy listening to my stupid voice, but if you made it this far, thank you, and please subscribe, I guess. I don't really know. I really haven't made a video like this before.